ASMR Milo.
Oh, you just said that with Milo in your teeth.
Yeah, well, that's a part of it. It's 4D experience.
Do you do milk first or Milo first?
Milo. No, milk.
Yeah, you do milk first.
Yeah, what do you
Pop
do?
Milo on top. Then put the Milo on and then have a scoop for myself without coughing.
Dry.
Oh, yeah.
Like straight into your mouth?
I raw dog Milo.
No, I like mix some of it in and then I do extra scoops for the crunch on the top.
Yeah, like I do all that, but then just for me afterwards,
And then you dry
straight out of the
scooping
tin, dry scooping Milo. I feel like a boring person interviewing a celebrity because it's their first time in Australia. Have you tried Milo? Oh,
God.
How about some veg? Can we stop doing that? Can we stop doing American tries, Aussie slang or Aussie snacks? Like, fuck.
If one more of you stupid people ask someone to do a shoey, you're going.
Or try Vegemite.
Yeah, shut up.
What do you think Barbie means? Just going down to the servo. What do you think servo is?
It's bad.
Shut up, idiot.
Shut up, freak show.
Come up with something new.
Ask them about the movie they did.
Yeah, no, God forbid. You know who's really good? The guy who interviews people and he asks like crazy because he's really into cinema. I can't remember his name, but I watched.
And they're always like,
he was like, that's a fair. Like he asked Baz Luhrmann continuity when it comes to hair placement and sweat beads. I was like, wow, that's a good question. And Baz Luhrmann was like, absolutely. But
that's great.
stream of consciousness. You see Baz Luhrmann got interviewed on the street and the girl didn't know who it was.
I know the girl.
I love her. I love her channel.
Yeah.
I commented.
I did a gig with her a few times.
I commented on one of the videos. I was like, I will keep going out to Newtown until I get interviewed by Godfrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Godfrey, if you're watching,
Yeah,
we're not going to organise it. I need to run into you on the street.
Needs to be organic like that.
Yeah. Speaking of organic, this is what I was thinking about the other day. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Was the popular group at your school just?
I love questions like these.
Because I feel this is not a hot take, but I think we need to discuss it more. Mm-hmm. The popular group in your high school was just the incest group, right?
I think it's almost like a pre-established thing.
Yeah. So I went to an all boys school.
Kind
so
of, yeah, right.
But you knew of girls, the other schools knew which boys were friends with which girls. And it usually came down to, these boys have known these girls since primary school and, before that, they've already established friend group. And that was cool because it was like, oh my God, they talk to girls. But then I looking back and now I just realized the groups that we thought were really cool and popular were just doing pass the parcel with each other, like each other's boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
And then
semi.
Yeah.
Ours were more established in because I went to school in the eastern suburbs. It's definitely a lot of a status thing.
Yep.
It's
like when it comes to money.
Definitely they are all rich. They are all it is the hottest ones.
Yeah.
And it is the people that are known throughout the schools in the area. And the ones that are were popular in school now, a lot of them are influencers now. They all marry guys off Bondi Rescue. And they
Interesting.
And they are
Is that why you killed off the Bondi Rescue people last episode?
Yeah. It's the baby no, it's truly the baby daddies of girls I went to school with. And it's they have they're fashion influencers or stylists now. It felt like it was always going to you're not I wonder which group will be popular this year. It's predetermined.
Yeah. Well, I always found it weird that, especially with influencers, it's we hang out, we're best friends. You guys only hung out because you're both hot. You have nothing in common.
Absolutely.
You guys aren't friends. You say, especially with the fitness community.
Yeah.
It's we get along. It's you both go to the gym.
But if that's what you do with all of your time, I guess you don't have much to say.
Yeah, but I mean, even in high school though, it's a weird thing to be we should be friends just to make sure none of the uglies get in. Let's herd up all the hot ones together and make sure none of the uglies get in. It's that's why I love that show they made where it was dating in the dark.
Yeah.
Where people would go on dates with each other, didn't know what they looked like. And it's that's actual human connection without any sort of bias.
Yeah. I've never watched that. I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to. There were some crazy traditions with the popular group at my school. So they always each popular group of when they were in year 9 sat on the balcony, one of the balconies. So it was this bit of our school. It was on top of the sports centre and it looked over.
They were physically looking down upon the peasants.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and they were the only ones allowed to sit there. Like if you randomly went and sat there one day.
Isn't that crazy?
It would be crazy.
You're totally allowed to sit there, but you would never dream of it.
No, you would never do that. So it was handed down to like in year 7, they'd be like, yeah, we're going to sit on the balcony one day if they were like, they knew they were the popular group.
Oh, that's so weird.
It was great. And they did an initiation, like a handing down, and they made the new group lick the floor, lick the concrete to like a hazing ritual.
What? Why? What? But also,
a cult.
When I was in my year group, I couldn't have given a shit who was the popular group below me. That's a weird thing to be in year 12 scouting.
You being like...
out of all the year 11s...
Lachy was in the popular group reveal.
If out of all the year 11s, which one of you has had vodka at parties? Who's been finger blasted, guys? That's usually the cool group. Let's get you guys up on the balcony. Like, why? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I was not in the popular group either.
What group you were in?
You know what my group was? My group was... we all were in different groups from like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Of 10. So like end of year, like last term of year 10 and then 11 and 12, we kind of like met up. So one of the boys was from like the cricket group. And this is what we found. We all came from groups where it was like a very particular thing that that group did. Whereas when we all came together, we all brought a different thing. So I had one mate who came from this like ultra theatre Newtowny group.
Yeah.
One mate came from the cricket group where all they did was talk about cricket. One of them came from the group that just would smoke weed on the weekends and were just drugs all the time.
Yeah.
I came from a group where the funny thing is now these boys, they fucking go to every festival and party really hard. But at the time, they were really focused on like academics. Cool. I got kind of sick of sitting around at lunch when people were talking about marks all the time.
Yeah.
But it's funny because now they're all like big party animals and it's awesome. Every festival I go to them, I see them there with fucking dinner plates in their eyes.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of started hanging. No, you know what it was? We all hung out because I think we did like the year 10 play together.
Yeah.
And then we did improv together. And then on paper, we should be the theatre group, but we weren't.
Right.
But we were kind of like, I'd say we were pretty well liked in terms of, we didn't realise until we got to the end of the year, we're like, oh, we're in like pretty good positions of power. Like I was school captain at my school. I think there was 6 or 7 of us in this group at the time. 3 of the other boys were like house captains. One of them was a sports captain. One was captain of drama. Like we were all like in really big leadership roles, but we were never like gunning for it. It just happened to be like, we're pretty good at the things that we're good at and people seem to like us.
Yeah.
So we weren't the popular group, but we got on with everybody
like
really well. Like
popular by definition, but not by...
We were at everybody...
You weren't that group.
We were at everybody's party.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, like popular by actual definition, for sure. I can, like the same thing sort of happened to me where it was a group like...
We were popular, but we were playing like musical theatre at prees before we went to these parties. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it.
But you were partying, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like similarly to that in around like year 10, maybe year 11, it was, it's like an amalgamation of different people from different groups, like people that like a few girls that were in the popular group, the balcony group, but sort of had but they were, you know how like that group always has a few that I'm like, they're cool though, I fuck with that person.
When you talk to them individually,
like,
they're okay.
And like I was like, oh, I'm friends with that person.
Yeah.
So a few of them sort of like gravitated away from that group and sort of joined us, and then a few of it was like like definitely like the theater like creative music people, and then it was sort of like the dodgy kind of drugs group. So it was like kind of the same exactly.
It's a good recipe because you got all the ingredients. You got people who are good with music. They were like, oh, let's go see this play on the weekend, but also you had let's go watch the footy on the weekend.
Yeah.
Let's go have a fucking drink. All right, let's all study together because our exams come out. It was just a really good mixture of people. Can we go back to, so the girls would initiate the next group. So did you go to an all-girls school?
Yeah.
So the girls in year 12 would initiate the next group.
No, it wasn't year 12. It was in year 9, you sit on the balcony.
Oh, it was year 9.
Because that's because in year 12 you're doing work, you know what I mean?
You don't care.
You're like an adult. In year 9.
I think it's the worst year.
It's the worst year to be alive. 14, 15, I never want to fucking do it again. Like that. If you said you get $1 million if you repeat year 9, I wouldn't do it.
Wow.
It was awful.
I remember, for me, year 9 was awful because it was like you were just old enough that no one allowed you to make mistakes in high school anymore because you weren't a year 7 or year 8 anymore. You should have had it figured out, but you weren't old enough to have any sort of respect. And you were just in that weird point of like, well, I'm not old enough to go out drinking, but I also don't have any money. And
everything you do feels like it's wrong.
I still don't know how to talk to women. I don't, it's...
So year 9 in my school especially was like...
Awful.
that's when drugs start. That's when everyone, like not everyone, but maybe like a third of the year is having sex.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that was probably year 10 at my school where that ramped up more.
Yeah. It's like, the risky third of the year.
But I need to get so the year 9s, would they know who the popular group in year 8 was?
It was,
Was
because
it,
like when I was in year,
or did you know?
When I was in year, like when you're in year 8, you know who the year 10 popular group is. You know of them. Maybe in girls' schools because it is so like I knew most people's names at my school, but I was very involved. Like I always joke about how like old people found me annoying. That's me ramping up the joke. Like I was quite connected to a lot of people, and like, sorry, but I was like, for some just like a comedic relief character throughout the school, which is cool because I got along with a lot of people, and so like you have a sense.
Okay, but so how do they do it? Is it like, is it one day the whole group comes along and they go? School. So how do they go up to those girls, or is like I don't? You got to explain. So these girls come up. I don't know. They maybe send them an email. Like you get to sit here next year, but you have to lick the floor.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, gross. Ritualistic.
Oh, I can't think of anything like that at my school. I think everyone just kind of knew where they liked to sit, and we just sat there.
But for lots of years, because we had different.
Me and my mates sat in the same. Like once we became our group in year 10, we sat there every lunchtime.
For some reason, we had like as you got older, like designated areas for you to sit.
Okay.
Like in different areas of the school. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like different like areas of the school, and obviously like, did you have like a common room in year 12?
Yeah.
So we sat like obviously in the common room in year 12.
Yeah, we were still outside. We had this weird thing.
We could sit outside, especially if it's sunny.
We had this big oak tree that we used to sit under. It was very nice.
That is nice. Well, like actually, we could sort of sit, like once you're in year 10, you don't have any designated, like you can sort of go wherever you want. That's fine. They're not going to like roll call lunch. But the best thing, and the reason I knew our group was kind of exactly like popular by the actual definition, not by like, that popular group, is because we had the prime seating in the common room. Like we had the couch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We had like, because there was like an L couch and an ottoman. And I was like, we're like the group.
Interesting.
We're the main character.
But you never made anyone lick the floor.
No.
That's good.
I probably licked the floor, but that's,
That was just you. That was just Edan being Edan.
That's good for the immunity.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, obviously the title of today's episode is Lachy versus Edan roast battle, or some sort of version of that. And we will get to that, but we're going to do one more thing first. We've got a top 3.
First, oh God.
We're really... Oh, actually, we'll leave that for a second. There's something else I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So when we look at the analytics of who's listening to this podcast, there is a part of the analytics that says what device they're playing it out of.
Oh, what? Okay, go on.
And so like, most of it is people playing it out of their phone or a laptop, but it also gives me an option. And I think it's like 12% of people play the pod through a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh my God.
Which one of you freaks is playing this out into the open and not silently and privately into your earbuds? My first thought was, you know how tradies have those giant boom boxes on? All I'm picturing is lads on the tools, 6 a.m, hearing Edan go, like a fantastic drag name. They're all going, that one was good, I understand.
Yeah, that one rips, man.
Yeah, the wordplay on that one was heaps good. I'm almost getting around it.
I don't play anything out loud. Even if I'm playing music and I'm like cleaning the house at home alone, that's in my headphones.
Oh, I need my whole family to be away, and I need to have I need to know that no one's coming home.
For me to watch TV.
Yeah, at like a loud volume.
Yeah.
So whoever's playing through their speakers, you absolute.
It's kind of awesome.
It's ballsy.
Like, is that with people? I really need you to answer this.
I want them to be doing that thing that I used to have to do with my old shitty car where you didn't have Bluetooth, so you'd just bring a JBL speaker and put it in the passenger seat.
I've done that with so many.
They're pulling up to traffic. It's just me coming through the speakers.
Maybe that is what it is. We probably do have a large fan base of people with old shitbox cars.
No, they're all rich. I'd like to think our audience are investors.
Richness for you.
Guys, if you'd like to invest in the pod, by all means.
Is there any other device?
Not that I can remember, but it was mostly just phone, laptop, speakers.
Speakers. Is anyone listening on an iPad? Listening on an iPad? Dude, probably our mums.
We're going to walk into a Coles one day and it's going to be us over the loudspeakers. We're like, is that us?
Mm-hmm.
Are they playing
Coles radio?
Are they doing the saying crud during sex bit on Coles radio?
They're playing Pillow Princess at Coles?
They're playing Pillow Princess in the food aisle.
The Kmart rotation?
Oh, God. Hey,
what?
What videos make you cry?
In general?
Yeah. Are you a crier? Are you easily made to cry?
Literally so often. I don't think there's a day I haven't cried about, and it's not like it takes something big to make me cry.
Yeah,
I can do big crying, but also like
we're being controlled by big cry.
I call it small crying, where I don't need anyone to ask me if I'm okay. I'm fine. It's just I'm a very like. I don't cry only when I'm sad. When I'm emotional, when something I feel is important, I'm a very emotional person. I will cry at any video of an old person.
Okay, we're doing what? Just being old?
Really anything. Yeah, but if they love, when old people are like still together and they hold hands.
See, for me, it's like zoomies. Like, you know when a dog has to get out at zoomies? Sometimes I just have to get out a little cry. I'm not even if I'm sad about things. Or even if I haven't cried in a while.
Stress release.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll just see it. I'm just like, all right, I'll just let this one out. That'll be good. So you get old people.
Like.
You know what's this one?
Like songs.
I'm just going to say some things. If you happen to cry, that's really sad. I'm sorry, but...
I've cried on this podcast before.
You cried about a dog dying and Mitch Coombs winning a hypothetical Hunger Games. Have you seen the video of the woman who had dementia and she recognises her husband and then the next day she passed away? You seen that video?
No, but I can imagine it.
I think she's looking at him and then she just says Daryl and she hadn't remembered his name. That ruined it for you? Daryl. Wow, this woman has dementia and died the next day and you're just like, you married a Daryl? Embarrassing.
If I'm...
This has set you off. I thought saying Daryl, the name would have got you.
Did you see it was about to get me and then you said Daryl? Oh,
do you know what really gets me?
What?
I have a couple. So this is the danger of being on dog TikTok. Is it starts off with like cute puppy running through meadow, and then the more you scroll and the more you like these, they're like, what else can what part of your brain can we hit with these emotional triggers? And it's like a dog just having a great day, and then at the end it's like, we wanted to make sure she got to try chocolate at least once. And I'm like, this was the dog's last day. Any dog video, or like people who I don't even know why, but people who are in like the army coming home after a long time and seeing their dogs or seeing their kids or like surprising their family.
Yeah, those used to get me.
They get me.
That used to get me before I radicalized myself into being like, it's propaganda.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. You know what really gets me sometimes is when I'm having like a shit day and there's this Irish dude who like is in the forest and he always has these really nice videos. And he's like sweet. And they're like 10-second videos and I'll just be scrolling and then I'll just be pissed off at the world and his video will pop up and he just goes, you didn't deserve all those mean things that were said to you today. And I'm like, oh, you're so right. He's like, especially the ones that you told yourself. I was like, oh. Aiden's crying. We got her. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
It's so sad.
It is.
Do you know what I cry thinking about? Do you think about like every time you're mad at your parents, you think about them as teenagers just trying to do the right thing?
Damn. Do you know what makes me cry? It makes me so sad is I've seen it in real life, movies, TV shows, anytime a kid's glasses gets like fallen off and they're reaching for them. Oh, man.
Thinking about a kid in class getting bullied will fucking like a little kid feeling left out.
Yeah.
And like not knowing,
Do you know what gets me every time?
What?
You know, people always say like, if you could go back and say something to your younger self, what would you say? I picture myself looking at a 10-year-old version of me and I'm just bawling. I don't say a word.
Yeah.
Every time I think of what thing I'm going to say to him, I just start crying.
Think about giving your child self a hug.
Oh. Do you know, I saw this quote that has fucked me.
Why would you do
this quote
as a
has
segment?
this quote.
What's wrong with
this
you?
quote fucked me up the other day.
Oh yeah, I need it right now.
And be kind to your parents. It's their first time doing life as well.
I mean.
And then me and my mum had a fight and we didn't really talk for 2 days. And then she sent me that and I was like, fuck. She was wrong, but I had to pretend like she wasn't because of that.
My mum sends me things like, call your mother back. She's going to die one day.
Jesus.
Or it's like, yeah, she just sends me like a million mum memes, be like, I never hear from you.
My mum sends me
like
so
4
many
things a day from
Do you know how often my mum sends me a meme where it's like, she's doing her best.
Yeah.
She's trying. I'm like,
me too. Every day. It's like that's her Instagram things are only reels of being like.
Do you know what makes me like sort of happy cry? Thinking about my dad going to buy my mum an engagement ring.
Oh, that
because
he doesn't.
Cute. He's not very lovey-dovey. Doesn't show a lot of emotion. But I can imagine. I know he would have been giddy.
I almost cry whenever I see old men or like grown-up men with flowers too. Like thinking about them, picking them out is so cute.
That one gets me.
Or like a card and yeah, that is so. Oh no, my stepdad makes me cry because he's really like he's not emotionless in like a I don't want to show love way. He's kind of like. He's reserved in a like quiet way.
That's like my dad.
So whenever he's like, especially because he's my stepdad, like it's not his job to be my dad.
Here we go again. Can I just say this is perfect because this is a roast battle episode, so all of you crying will be used for the thumbnail so people think I've made fun of you so bad that you cried. It works out perfectly.
Like my stepdad will be like, it's like so obviously so like, it's not like awkward, but he's like, oh, like, you know, I love you. You know, you're my daughter, right? And he's like really nervous, and I'm like, Al, you can't fucking do this to me, or like because he doesn't. When he had his kids, especially, like he struggled with saying I love you, and he was just like. And he'll do the funniest thing where he like pats me really hard on the back and he's like, I love you, you know, and I'm like we don't say it very often, but when we do, it's very like. It
sounds like a Harambe with that little kid.
Yeah.
It was showing it love, but it was doing it aggressively.
Yeah, but I got smacked on the ground.
Should we, now that we've done that.
I'm not going to be crying to the actual roast battle. That was so cute. That was a really cute thing for us to do.
Guys, we're going to jump into the roast battle now. Lachy just realised that his video wasn't fucking filming for the entire time.
So now we have no video of him crying.
We have what we in the industry call doing an Edan. So that counts as one of my roasts. I fucking got you. So we've written 7 roasts for each other.
Yes. I'm scared of yours,
one by one.
Because mine are not that. I focus too much on the joke writing of it to be very mean to you.
You want to have like clever wordplay, whereas I'm like...
Yeah, I wanted it to be well-written jokes.
Whereas I'm like, here's trauma. Here's something you forgot about.
I think you're going to be like...
I got to show you a video after this. So at my ski club at uni, there was a tradition where if somebody like hooked up that night, the next day, like they'd be handcuffed together as a joke, and then the next night they have to read love poetry to each other.
Funny.
And it's probably the best thing I've ever written in my life. It could never see the light of day, but I'll show you after this.
Okay.
But yes, we're going to go back and forth, roast each other. Guys, we've discussed this. I asked Edan, is there anything you don't want me to touch on? And look, if you hear a click, that means we've cut something out that we're not okay with. But
I'm really scared, man.
Do you want to start us off? You want to go?
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm really scared. I'm just like some of them are actual jokes. Some of them are just takes I have.
Hey, no. Just go.
Okay. Roast battle. Lachy looks like his favorite song is "Closer" by the Chainsmokers. I'm starting off light.
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine.
Edan does drag shows. Sorry, I misread that. Watching Edan's show is a drag.
Sure. Sure. We're not starting off on a fucking... We're not heavy hitting. We're really preserving our energy.
I had a heavy hitter, but I just thought I needed to match your energy for the start.
Oh, okay. It's good to see Joe Exotic is off the meth and on the cheeseburgers.
All right.
See, like, you're not.
No,
but it's like, you gotta
on
be
for
me.
you. Eden's face reminds me of the rapper 2 Chainz, just without the A.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. Yep. See, we both. Okay, we're matching each other's.
Yep. I had another one I should have used then. That's right.
Speaking of tigers, Lachy's got a tattoo that says tiger, probably devoted to his favourite NRL team that, like Lachy, they try hard so no one has the heart to tell them to give up.
That's good.
Don't worry, Danelle, the paddle you found in Lachy's room is for flogging a dead horse.
Yeah, it's good. Eden loves to talk about G-flip. That's also what people say when they try to fuck her in missionary. G-flip.
Okay, that's good.
Thanks.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Lachy sketches are highly successful. The stats do not lie. His most recent one was shared by 10,000 people, as was his chlamydia.
Ah, good. That's funny.
It's fine.
Eden's comedy show was called Eden McGovern Eats a Boy Band. And after seeing her in person, most people say, yeah, we can tell.
I believe these are going to get better in time.
You didn't like that?
I liked it, but it's very obvious we're both like, do you know what? This is obvious that we don't hate each other. Like, I thought maybe it was going to be like pent up.
Because 2 of my jokes have been about you being fat and you're not.
Yeah.
It's just funny to make fun of you.
Mine are like, you're not successful. It's like, you are. So
Okay.
this is the thing, was like, neither of us are going to get offended because we're like, it's so obvious. Both of us have
build
gone,
it up. We're reading the room.
what can I write about? Okay.
We're reading the room. It's all right.
It just says, Lachy, I believe in you, and I think bleaching your hair brighter and brighter will make the TikTok awards finally notice you.
Yeah. Everything in Eden's life is quick. It's sometimes hard to keep up. In fact, I can't tell what's retreating faster, every romantic partner she's had or her hairline.
I'm not losing hair from the front. I'm losing hair from the whole thing. It's because you stress me out.
Mm-hmm.
Lachy, don't you ever let anyone tell you that you're queer baiting. Just because you wear one earring, you got a mustache of a gay stripper cop, and you wear a pearl necklace. The pearl necklace is real, and the white beads he's got around his neck are from Cotton On.
Nice. Eden is like the girl next door. That is if you've lived next to a mental asylum.
All right.
Last one.
You got one up on me there.
Okay.
Oh, no. I have one. Tinder used you for a multi-part promotion series to show that dating apps really can work for fucking anyone. If we clip this up, can we just do the good ones?
Yeah. Do you want to say that slower?
Tinder used you for a multi-part promotional series to show that dating apps really can work for fucking anyone.
That's good. My last one. Eden has the word never mind tattooed on her forearm, which is also what she had to say the day after she RSVP'd for her school's father-daughter dance.
You're amazing!
That was the first one I wrote as well.
That was funny. I like that we both have tattoo roasts of each other.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I didn't do a Varminos one. Next time. I feel like we're going to we shouldn't do it like next week. We should like have a few weeks of accumulating them up. Also, we're going to do a roast at a live show.
Yeah. All right. I think that was solid. That was a great first start.
I'm going to say both half and half. Some were like, some are fillers. There's some filler jokes in there. And there's some good.
I think I really enjoyed your...
Joe Exotic?
I like the Tinder one. The Tinder one was accurate.
I like flogging a dead horse from mine.
Flogging a dead horse was good. Personally, I when I wrote the G-flip one, I was like, you've done
G-flip over's great. That's great.
G-flip over, yeah.
That's really good.
And then, the father-daughter dance was just...
Father-daughter dances all time, man.
It's good. I mean, there's been... Did you say that shit last episode? Did you say that? What was the line where I fucking put the mic down? That was last episode.
Oh.
You said some crazy shit last episode. Yeah, it was last episode.
Oh, fuck. Did you clip it up?
No, as in the one we just recorded before this.
Yeah. I know what it is. I wrote it down. Disney on Ice, crackhead.
Okay, cool. We've had not to toot around the horn, but back to back.
We're pretty good. We're on fire. We're on fire. They just listened to like half of those were like the most mid roast. We were like, guys, we're back.
Guys, hope you're okay with the barbecue. There's no vegetarians at this barbecue. Well, I think we are. I think we just leave it there, man.
That was a fun end.
Yeah. All right. Well,
bye, guys.
We could do a whole episode of that one day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.